good evening everyone, and welcome to what is intended to be a random 5th Wednesday of the month, pick your own game, vote for what you want to watch type of stream. But I didn't get any votes, which doesn't surprise me in the slightest, given the fact that I have 2 viewers on any particular stream. Even though I have like 600 plus followers, nobody wants to watch me because I'm obviously shit. Oh well, never mind. No matter. Yeah, so what I've decided to do, given the fact that this stream and this channel started and was built around Elite Dangerous, so it would be rather nasty of me not to highlight the fact that the latest update to Elite Dangerous came out yesterday. It's called Beyond Chapter 3, and it involves some new stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and take a look at some of that stuff, as much as I can anyway, for this stream today. Next week will be Space Day, so it'll be a space one anyway, so it might follow on from this. Now bear in mind, I've not played a lot of Elite Dangerous lately because all of my gaming time has been sunk into No Man's Sky. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on. Well, what's happening at the moment is I'm completely unprepared, primarily because of the website URL you can see in chat and on the screen in front of you at the moment if you're not watching this live. I'll pop it in again. Paste chat. I've been preparing that stuff, and I wanted to get that stuff done before we started the stream tonight, so that 1, we could maybe talk about it later on, and 2, because I wanted to get it online before I went any further with tonight's kind of business. So yeah. So yeah, what's happening at the moment is, because I haven't looked at anything to do with Elite Dangerous for the last few months, I'm completely unprepared for this stream, and I've forgotten everything I need to do to prep for an Elite Dangerous session. So my joysticks are unplugged, my Oculus Rift is not set up and needs a firmware update. Everything has just gone into technical hell, as it normally does on my streams, because I'm not a professional at all. It's just a nightmare. But then, that's what you've come to expect, and those of you who do watch this channel do watch it because of the fact I'm such a ditzy klutz, to put it in an Americanised sense. So yeah, I apologise for the noise in the background as well. You're hearing the noise of my 3D printer generating some stuff for Fantasticon 2018. I am printing off some little coin things to hopefully either give out or sell. Probably just give out, I don't know. They're not really worth selling. To the party goers at Fantasticon. Yeah, so that's kind of the big thing on the horizon, is that Fantasticon is the one convention this year that I've decided I'm going to go to, primarily because I had set most of my other cash this year to doing Elite Encounters marketing, which really kind of hasn't happened, which is a shame, through one reason or the other. Well, one particular reason. The print shop that I asked to generate Elite Encounters decided to be arseholes, and not generate any books that I could sell. So that's that. That's kind of where it was. So I've obviously spent money on booking tables at these conventions, and I'm not going to get that refunded, so that's ended up costing me a shed load of money that I didn't have. The print shop has now, in theory, refunded me, but I haven't received anything back yet, after 3 weeks of waiting for a check, apparently. And I've got no way of getting in touch with the print shop. So, I'm kind of in trouble. And it's looking like court action might be a thing very, very soon. So, yeah. Apologies for being a little bit down on that one, but since we're talking about Elite Encounters anyway, let's go to a more kind of nice thing about Elite Encounters. The thing I've been trying to get rid of, and I'll let you see on your screen, is that I have managed to put together some stuff. So despite everything falling apart in terms of the hard copies, which I am very, very sorry to everyone out there about, we do have something we can actually put online to sell. So I'm just going to nip that onto the screen for the moment. I'm just going to get rid of that top bit there. Don't want you seeing what I'm looking at online. It's not rude or anything, it's just stuff in it. But yeah, so this is what I've been up to. I'll just scroll that back up to the top. What I've done, in order to try and get something available to actually sell for everybody's favourite convention, I've put together and, well, designed, put together and had produced some limited edition, at least for this pressing. If they prove to be popular, I may make them less limited edition, I don't know, depends how they go. Supply and demand, as it is, give the people what they want. Memory sticks, memory cards that are the same shape and size as credit cards, which have a fold-out USB connector on them, which contains the Elite Encounters RPG PDF file itself, the latest version with all the errata and fixes and typo fixes and a few changes, just little bits of rule stuff, nothing to do with lore or anything like that, as well as some standalone files for printing, for basically all the printable media that's in the book is now available as a separate PDF that you can take to anywhere local and print it off without having to carry 100 megabyte worth of PDF file around with you everywhere. Also has some templates to print off, some bits and pieces for, like, obviously record files, that kind of stuff. The commander screen, which is a freely available PDF anyway, and everything else. Also a couple of exclusive things that aren't in the actual book. So one thing I haven't mentioned on that page actually is this. If you can see the mouse there, I think it's broadcasting the mouse as well. But this page here that I'm putting the mouse over has black and white copies, so monochrome printer friendly versions of the vehicle cards, the vehicle record cards, but blank as well, so you can write and draw whatever you want on them. You also have blank versions of the full colour cards with no ship pictures on there as well, so you can draw your own ship on there, or you can have any ship you want from any game you like, I suppose. It's up to you what you want to do with them. They are blank. I've also included some backing images. If I just open that in a new tab and then have a look at that. Oh no, it's too small. Never mind. You can't see it very well, but if you want to see it in full glorious Technicolor and black and white, then by all means feel free to try and buy a copy of the USB stick if you're going to be at Fantasticon. If not, then have a read through this page. The link for it is in chat and on the screen there. I'll try and put a link for the YouTube video, but knowing what my memory is like, I don't know if I'll manage to do that, but we'll see. But yeah, so there's a bit of content on there. Obviously I'm selling that at Fantasticon. It'll be selling at the con for £20. That's the same price as the PDF downloadable from the website and the online store, and that includes Drive-Thru RPG. But after the convention, so after 6 PM on Sunday, it'll be a full £25, which is the RRP that I'm releasing it for. You'll be able to buy it from me personally at the convention. I'll be in the RPG room, which I'll need to find where that actually is. So let's have a quick look for that. Fantasticon 2018. I'm hoping he's got his map on there. I don't think he does. Hey look, there's me! We don't have a thing on there. We don't have the actual map. He did send a map out to everybody. I haven't got access to it at the moment. But there is a little annex room within Cleethorpes Leisure Centre, which is where we're having the convention, where all the RPG stuff is going to be happening. Apparently I've got 2 tables. I'm going to use one of those tables for the RPG itself, and the other table will be for either anyone else who wants to run an RPG session or showing off some of the merchandise and so on, which is essentially the cards. So we'll be in there in the annex room with all your RPG needs. So I don't know who's all going to be in there. I know I'm doing the RPG, the Elite Encounter stuff. The plan this year is to do a slightly different format to previous years. what I've done before is I've always run like hour-long sessions or hour-and-a-half long sessions where you generate some characters and play a very quick game just to get an idea what the storylines can be and what the system's like. This time I'm thinking about doing it essentially as a long session, sort of 3 or 4 hours potentially, with a break for lunch hopefully. And if the band brings it, then I might have a second session on the same day. It just depends on what's happening. But it will be an ongoing kind of long form game through the entire day, or through that entire session, where people can just drop in and drop out as they feel. They can either sit and generate a character for a bit and then run that character as part of the game, or they can use some pre-generated stuff if I manage to get that stuff printed up. As I say, I've left everything so short notice again this year that I'm just unbelievably crap and unprofessional at everything I do. Don't get me to run a company. I'll run it into the ground. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how things are. So Fantasticon this weekend, 1st and 2nd of September, Cleethorpes Leisure Centre in Cleethorpes, which is Yorkshire, I believe, on the east coast of the country. Starts at about 9 AM, I think, on the Saturday, and then carries on through for a long session in the evening as well on Saturday. So you've got some music, some partying, some proper stuff. You've got raffles, you've got cosplay, you've got RPGs, computer games. Elite Dangerous will feature quite strongly. It usually does. And hopefully it'll be loads and loads of fun, like it always is, because it's always carried through by Dan and Gabby's fun-loving attitude towards life, which is always infectious. And Dan bounces around like an idiot for the entire time, and then collapses on Monday and sleeps until December. So yeah, I do enjoy Fantasticon. It's one of the places where I do. It's a relaxed atmosphere. It's fun in games. The people who go are always awesome, and you've always got some great stuff there. I mean, the prime thing about it, which I should really know, is that it's Dan's company, Fantastic Books Publishing, is heavily featured there, obviously because Dan's running it. And all of their books available on their website and through Amazon are available to buy as hard copies at the convention as well. So yeah, it's worth having a look because some of their books are fantastically awesome. Some of them are even more fantastically awesome, and some of them are okay if you like that kind of thing. I'm not going to say which ones. But I mean, every book I've bought from them, every author that I've encountered from their publishing ranks has been absolutely amazing. To name but a few, Drew Wagar is top of that list because he's just awesome, awesomeness personified. Everyone who contributed to the Elite Dangerous novel writing things at the start of the whole Elite Dangerous thing. Every one of their books is awesome. Stuart Aiken is another guy. He's written some fantasy stuff called Joinings, which may as well be called Shaggings because that's what Joinings means within the context of the book. And a load of very good science fiction stuff set in the near future, which is very, very good. Yeah, and just other people will be there. There are third-party sellers that will be there as well. There will be memorabilia, there will be toys, there will be games, there will be loads and loads of tabletop gaming stuff there. I don't want to kind of touch on this because I'm not sure what's happening, but the Elite Dangerous RPG people, who are my kind of friendly rivals in the Elite in the Elite-based RPG genre, are attending, as far as I'm aware. They've been remarkably quiet online lately since there's been some issues with their Kickstarter online at the moment. I don't want to go into the ins and outs of it. You can check it out if you feel like it, but I'm not sure at the moment what the status is on their attendance at the thing. But if they are there, again, as always, they'll be very, very welcomed by me. Because our games are, although they're in the same genre, they are very different takes on the content and very different takes on the game system that goes alongside it. So yeah, I've always wished the best for those guys. I'm sure they've wished the same for me. If not, then I'll deck them all. But yeah, so it's a bit up in there whether they're coming. But as I say, loads and loads of other people are going to be there. Loads of RPGs. I think there's going to be people bringing stuff to play just amongst themselves. And there's usually a fairly good party atmosphere in the evenings as well. Even if you don't go to the Saturday night actual performances, then you'll still have a great time at the convention. It's great. It's marvellous. So yeah, that's it. And I'm done for the evening, so good night everyone, have a great night, have a great week, bye! I'm only kidding, sorry John, I've had far too many drugs today. Yeah, hi John, how you doing? I've just finished talking about elite encounters and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to pop another, I've not actually set this up as an automatic thing at the moment. Because I'm, as I say, rushed and snowed under and running very, very late and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, just to show you what's going on, I'll put that back on the screen so you can have a look. Look at that. Aren't they beautiful, John? Aren't they beautiful? I may not have a hard copy of the book yet, but I've got something I can sell at a convention for the first time ever, and I'm looking forward to it immensely. I hope they sell. There is a reason for doing it as well. Obviously, we're trying to raise funds to carry on the production of the hard copies, which has, as I said, reached a bit of an impasse. And potentially, I'm looking at the loss at the moment of the money that I've put into the hard copies, which amounts to somewhere on the order of £700 to £800, which will be a big loss. I'm only going to manage to recover half of that. So obviously any funds that go, any proceeds that come in from doing this will go straight towards that process and getting those hard copies done and dusted for the Kickstarter at least. Going forward, as far as that's concerned, my intent is to do some pre-orders, try and fund things that way if I can find a decent printer that does a decent price, which is my problem at the moment, because all the quotes I've had back, bar one, which is the one that I went for, were actually asking for more than the book will cost to sell in order to produce each copy of the book. So I'm not quite sure what way to jump at the moment. I am kind of in the middle of a bit of a panic station in terms of how that stuff's going to go. Yeah, so any answers on a postcard would be appreciated at the moment. I will admit there is part of me at the moment that is actually thinking about jumping in and seeing if any publisher will take me on as a client and actually publish this for me, just so I can at least get it out there. But again, that still doesn't answer the print-on-demand copies for the Kickstarter, which is in a bit of a state at the moment. I won't lie about it. It is worrying me. It's actually got to the point where it's keeping me awake at night. That's what I'll tell you. But yeah, I do need to carry on pushing at the printing company that has essentially shafted me and see if I can get them to unshaft me slightly and actually give me the money back that they promised me. It's a shame, and as I say, the owner of the company, and I'm not going to say the company name because I am going to say something rather nasty, Create Space is actually going to be just as expensive as printing it through a third party, so it will be actually more to print it or more to produce it than it would be my actual RRP. The price I want to sell it for would be compromised big time because of that. I'm actually thinking it might be the same story on Drive-Thru RPG. I want to sell this book in hard copy, paperback, for 25, and I want to sell it hardback for 30 or 35 tops. At the minute, what I'm getting quoted for hardback copies by every publisher I've gone or every printer I've gone to has been 50 quid essentially, and that's without any profit coming back to me. That's just to have it produced. So in order to Create Space was looking at, from what I remember, we're looking at 25 to 30 for just the paperback. If I do it as a hardback, I don't even want to think about what that was going to do. It's because of all the colour images. It's because of all the colour things in there. It might, I don't know. I've not actually looked at it properly since I've reformatted the book slightly. But it's the colour pages that are causing the problem. There's so much colour throughout. Most of the places that do printing like this say there's a certain percentage of the book you can have as full colour. Did I try Dan? Dan has offered to print. Hi Gamora, by the way. Dan has offered to actually publish this for me before, but he himself actually said he doesn't want to publish it because he doesn't think he knows enough about marketing an RPG. And he doesn't want to give me short shrift. He did try and have a look around some of his publishing colleagues, see if anybody would be interested, but he didn't really come back to me on that, so I don't know where we are. But we are looking, we're just looking at options at the moment, and I'm kind of stuck. So we'll just have to wait and see where things go. But again, as I say, one of the reasons for doing these memory cards is I'm hoping I'll get a trickle of money from that to actually push towards getting these things done. Um, I've even toyed with the idea of buying my own kit, of actually buying a thermal binder and an A3 printer, and just sitting and guillotining every page myself, just to get it out there, because that would cost me 200 quid to buy all the kit to do all this stuff, or 300 quid actually, and that would let me get everything out there actually slightly cheaper. All I'd be looking at then would be paper and time. But it's a lot has gone on this last few weeks, and I'm not going to try and get into this because I'm going to get myself down if I keep going the way I'm going. Just let's say that it's not been an easy process. Every time I try and do something with this book, it's an argument, or it's chaos, or something goes wrong, or I get fucked over by something or someone. And I'm just, to be honest, other than the actual fact that I like the book and I love the book that I've came out with, it'll sort itself out. I'm in East Midlands, Derby, Gomorrah. So it's just trying to get this stuff sorted out, and it's just finding the time to do it as well. As I say, there's a shit ton of stuff going on every aspect of my life at the minute, whether it be home life, work life, health, this bloody project, everything. It just seems to have been negativity and chaos and problems all the way from start to finish. I'm just realised I've got to take my fucking tablets for my tea. Again. So, yeah, I don't want to dwell on that. I want to get on to what we want to do. Oh, thank you, Gamora. As I say, it's the most work-intensive option that I've got, but it will be a last resort in terms of if I can't find a cost-effective way of doing it, then I'll have to take that option. But I appreciate the offer. I'll bear that in mind, Gamora. That is very kind of you. Do appreciate it. You're a star, mate. You're a star. Where's my thing? Oh, so as I say, mate, I'll bear it in mind. I'm not going to contact you right away because I need to see if I can get this money back first. If I get this money back first, then things might be okay. If I can get some money back and get some good sales on these memory cards, which I do admit I do like them. They are lovely things to own. They're easy to store, easy to use. You've got all the files on there that you need. Now I think from what the producer said, they're actually permanently on there. So they're actually on a secure part of the drive, so you can't delete the files. Those files are locked onto the drive, so it's impossible to delete them. But you should make a backup anyway, because you should always back them up. But anyway, so if I can get some profit from that as well, then I can pile that into trying to get the books done, and then go. As I say, I mean, it's been now, what, nearly 5 years since the Kickstarter. All the money that came in from the KS is gone. It's gone towards production, it's gone towards supplies, it's gone towards investing in bits to try and make the book better. I've bought a couple of bits of his equipment, including a die cutter, which was my original research for the miniatures, which didn't work out at all, and I can't sell it. I've got a vinyl cutter, which is useful for cutting paper as well, and again, that was intended for custom making counters that were already cut out, and again, it had problems, and it's just not sharp enough and not exact enough. Despite being advertised as being able to read the actual page and have print marks on it that can make it cut properly, it was offset, and it was ripping the paper, and it wasn't good enough to go through the card, and it was just, everything had niggles and details that weren't right. It just didn't work. And even not being an OCD quality type person, I wouldn't have sold them. I'd have felt embarrassed selling that shit. Just like the stuff that's come from this print company. I mean, the quality of the actual printing itself, like the colour depth, once we got all the issues with the printer sorted out, the colour depth was great, the detail and the clarity was lovely, the paper was good, the covers were good quality, but it was just the finishing. The covers weren't stuck on straight, the covers were damaged, they were always bent in the corners. I mean, a couple of the ones that I got were just cracked right through the spine, and nothing was cut straight. Even when I gave them 6mm of space to actually cut in a straight line and not look as if they'd fucked it up, they fucked it up. So, yeah. So as I say, it's not even just me being picky. I've actually gone to the people and said, look, would you buy this? Or would you take that back to the shop and say you've got a complaint? And 9 out of 10 people, was actually 8 out of 10 people, said that they would have took it back to the shop. Only 2 people said I'd just be glad to own the book, but that's just people being nice to me. I'm sure if they went to a shop and tried to and picked that book up and something else that was actually printed off properly, then they'd send it back. It's just ridiculous. So yeah, hopefully if I can get some money back in and fill the coffers up again, then I can move this shitstorm forward. And we'll see how it goes. But anyway, hello Bifford. Bifford, are you going to Fantasticon? I'm going to take these tablets. You might hear me go nom nom nom. That's exactly my point, Daddy Hoggy. I went to them and they said, when I went to them initially, I actually said to them, this is going to be a full colour, black bordered, edge to edge print. Can you handle it? And the guy in charge, the guy that is now telling me to fuck off and not repaying my money, said, yeah, no problem, we can do this, no issue. 9 months later, they can't even cut a straight fucking line. Anyway, it's not. I mean, as I say, the printing quality itself, you just can't. Oh, fucking Bifford, really? I hate everyone. Poo faces. Just poo faces. Take it anywhere safely in your wallet. Where is that? There's there. Publish. Log out. Close. Sorry. Yeah, Bifford, as I've just said to everyone, I cannot get my refund back out of this print house. They seem to be refusing to answer my calls, refusing to answer my emails, and it's getting to the point now I'm threatening to take them to court if it doesn't get sorted out. I mean, that's pathetic. It's now been it's 3 weeks roughly since they said I could have a refund, and I haven't had anything. Yeah, I'd say it's more of a C star T, to be honest with you. But I mean, this guy, the thing is that the guy that was doing the sales stuff, the guy that was actually doing the customer service, was fantastic. I mean, he pulled out all the stops to try and get this project done, and he tried to monitor as much as he could. But at the end of it, he just basically said that we just can't get the finishers to get it right. So they just basically can't seem to employ people or a person who can cut in a straight line. It's where it comes down to it. It's the one, Bifford. But I don't know. I don't know how it's going to end, and at the minute it's getting me down so much I just can't be bothered even thinking about it anymore. I've got other things going on. I've got fucking housing shit going on. I've got work shit going on. I've got shit going on all over the place. Simulator! It's Sarah, how you doing? God, it's been ages since you've been on here. Ages. How you doing? How's the ticker? How's that big heart of yours doing? Is it all sorted now? Oh. Right, we're going to actually try and do some of this Elite Dangerous stuff then. I'm hoping I've got everything set up now. The firmware on the Oculus is updated. I've got all the sound stuff sorted out, I think. Got everything tangled in cables again. Right, get off. Everything's running that needs to be running. I just need to hope that when I start up Elite Dangerous, it's going to pick everything up. I'm just quickly going to have a look at the control panel, just make sure that everything's installed properly. Devices and printers. T1600, TWCS, Oculus Rift stuff, input devices, headsets. All right. Right, okay, so everything's loaded. So let's take off that window capture and let's get on to playing the game. I'll put my link in there again because I can do that because it's my channel. And then I'm going to go down there. I've got voice attack on, but I don't know if it's actually working because I'm not logged in. Yay! Hugs! Woo! Hugs are great. We love hugs. I'll do that because that's my name. Right. Okay. Obviously, when I put this thing on, I'm not going to be too interactive because I won't be able to see the screen. Actually, let me poop. Let me poop. I'll be accepting cash, don't you always? That's harsh. Phoenix Defier! Another one! See, that's quite interesting there, because I've got Phoenix Defier there and Simulator posting next to each other. Both of whom have had heart attacks. In the last few weeks. I mean, shitty death. Shitty bloody death. Seriously. I hope you guys are... I mean, how are you doing? Anyway, Colin, how are you doing? Colin, as anyone who watches this channel regularly will already know, Colin is the man who pulled this book out of a hole. And got the miniatures rules sorted and working and effective. I tried editing the sound on the RPG game I ran, total fail. So I've choice to either upload it to YouTube as is or not bother. So what's up with the sound? Is it not good enough to put up, or is it... I mean, it doesn't really matter, just stick it up. As long as it's got a sound on there, then it's fine. Just put a warning across it that says the background music, I apologise, is crap. I've not listened to it now. I'm sorry. I'm shit at everything. But yeah, everyone give a big hug icon or whatever there is there for Colin. A man who's going through a lot of crap and doesn't deserve to go through a lot of crap because he's a lovely guy who needs more recognition as being a lovely guy. And obviously needs more recognition for the good work that he does as a designer. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Right. Are we going to start this business? This shizzle? This Elite Dangerous thing? I'm scared to start this up. I have no clue what I'm doing with it anymore. And I know it's just going to be loads and loads of just trying to configure everything. And I'm just thinking I'll just fuck it and go and play No Man's Sky. But let's see what happens. Let's see how it goes. I'm also having no camera today because I can't be arsed with the camera bollocks. I also know that I'm going to probably headbutt this microphone several million times today. Right. I was going to put Twitch on the phone so I could read the chat on the Windows. Just give me a second, let me get that sorted. So, Twitch. It's on the TV screen. Twitch! Continue with, that would be that one. Login. Username. Selezen. Passwords. Not telling you. Oh, for crying out loud. I am sick of two-factor authentication crap. Submit. Save. Stream chat. consent. Save. Should have read that probably. Played Elite for the first month 3 days ago. Went to Elvira and engineered me some better FSD shields and engine. Yay! I was going to bring the models over to Fantasticon for the RPG, but poop happened. Actually, I meant to show you something because I did something pretty cool the other day. I'm quite impressed with them. They've come out really nice. Wait a minute. Let me pop the camera on after all. Desk recording. Hello, it's me. Hi everyone. Yeah, I was playing with the 3D printer and I printed that. I don't know, knowing what autofocus is like on this thing. It's a coin. That's actually the adder from the original Elite. I have a number of ones. I actually have a Cobra kicking around somewhere. And I also have a Viper, which I've actually given to a friend of mine, who's a very, very good miniatures painter, to give him to see if he can have a go at painting it. They're not that great actually. When you look at them close up, if I can get that to focus properly, then you'd see that it's actually not that great. I'm needing to clean up or actually increase the vertical resolution. Come on, focus, you bitch. Hide my face, that might work. Nope, still won't focus. But there's a lot of lines on the front panel there anyway, which makes it thingy. So yeah, I mean, I think that kind of idea might work quite nice for ship counters. So I was thinking maybe for Elite Encounters, or for even your game, that kind of idea. So like a half silhouette, but on the 4cm square base that we've used for Elite Encounters and for your miniatures game. It might be a bit of a twee option for it. And just something like special edition wise or whatever, because I know that Frontier probably isn't going to give us permission to sell that kind of stuff, but to use them as a kind of an attractive thing to use at game sessions, that kind of stuff, would also let us calculate demand and then say, oh look, there is interest in this crap, just let us do it. Let us do it, please. It's great. Yeah, my plan is to bring more of that stuff. That's alright, it is working, it's fine. Yes, I'm 3D printing in the background. Yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, it's a nice little idea, and I think, given the fact that I can go that small, because I mean, you can see how big that is. I mean, that's me. Oops, drop the fucking thing. God damn it! But yeah, so I mean, look, you can see how big it is compared to my thumb, my finger. Sorry. It's I think an inch, 3 centimeters in diameter completely. So another centimetre on top of that without the border around it, and you've got a fairly decent sized miniature. Pretty good. And I'm thinking about doing them for a lot of different things. I've done quite a few different things at the minute. What I'm actually printing off is more of them in silver to take with me to Fantasticon and give to Dan to do whatever with as he pleases. I'm also, if I get enough time, because again I've just run out of time with this crap, I'm going to do, there's the silver one. The Fantasticon logo on it. There's the Selezen logo, obviously, but a self-aggrandization then. The Selezen logo as a coin, and the Dark Force logo as a coin as well. So that's kind of what I've focused on at the moment. So I'm doing loads and loads of the Fantasticon ones, and if I get time I'm going to do some ship ones to give out, and hopefully some other ones as well. I'm just basically going to spend the next, as long as I've got, 3D printing crap and sorting my hair out, which is a fucking mess again. There you go. So that's kind of that's what's rolling. That's what's 3D printing at the moment. So I'm trying to get this crap done. It's going to finish very soon, and then I'm going to have to do another one. I'm just checking that it's actually printing. Some of them seem to be a bit bland. Yeah, feel free. Link it. PM me as well, then I can do the thing. Yes, that's what I was thinking. But I was actually thinking, can we find transparent 3D printing filament, and I'm sure we can do it. I'm sure it is. You're welcome to a Selezen logo. I've got a couple kicking around. I've actually got them in grey as well, kicking around in the other room. The one over there. Yeah, hang on. This is the original template idea that I had. So that's the filled in template but without the ring round it. So that's the Selezen logo there. And you've also got the Daftworks logo without the backing on it. And there's a Selezen logo over here without the backing on it as well. I think we can get to without knocking everything over. Yeah, that one as well. So the Selezen logo without a backing coin on it. Yeah, so I'm just essentially trying to print small stuff off in 3D to see how fine detail I can get. Now that adder, actually I'm going to see if I can focus that a little better. Let's see if I can reformat this camera. Hang on. Dave Cam 1. Resolution. Configure. Boop. So let's see. Does that show up any clearer? Take autofocus off and focus manually. Right, there you go. That's much better. You can see there, yeah, the front panel is obviously too much of a slope to be any good. So I need to go to 0.1mm vertical resolution in order to try and fix that. But other than that, it came out alright. I was quite impressed. The Viper came out beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I was really impressed with how that came out. And I've got Cobra ready to go, I've got Thargoid, I've got the Wolf Mark II from the Elite version. So anyway, right, I keep procrastinating and putting this shit off. So let's get on with playing the game, shall we? Let's reset that back to the original resolution. Go back to the main streaming. That's the wrong channel. Let's go to that one. Put Dave Cam on. We may as well just keep that on for a bit and see what happens. See what happens. Right, so okay, fingers crossed. Let's see if we can get this thing working today. I'm going to say probably not, but let's see what happens. Play. Oh, it actually worked first time. Just take the fucking table. Don't have any sound. Okay. The controller's battery is low, so how do you change the battery? There's a thing. Magnetic. Let's take that out. Change it with a different battery. So this is what I mean. Technical problems battering me across the face with a big slice of cheese. Although I'm quite impressed that everything's actually worked. So let's go to dangerous, and we're actually on. Nice one. A weird resolution, but never mind. Let's go for that. Let's collect more epsilon data of the Guardian fighter. Grind, grind, grind. Grind, grind, grind. Nothing but grind. We like grind, it's marvellous, isn't it? Great stuff. Grindy, grindy, grindy. Where the hell's my batteries? I don't know. Fucking hell. We're batteryless. Printer's finished. So how am I going to do this thing? I'm going to nick a battery out of something else. Let's try the other controller. Right. Let's try that. That's better. Right, sorted. I've got a controller. It's an impressive thing, this grind. We all do it. Every game's got it. This game's got it not as bad as some others, I will say. As I say, as you all know, I've been playing No Man's Sky the last few weeks, and it's grindtastic. I mean, it seriously is a hell of a grind. It's a great game, and I love it to bits. Private group. Everyone got sound okay? Afterburners. Roll call. Roll call. Ugh. Waiting for game to finish loading. Right. Wow. It's been a while. So. Oh, here's my arms. Not used to that. No game or VA. Okay, does that mean I've not enabled the sound in OBS yet? Because I'm a bit of a dick. Or have I got it set to the wrong thing again? So we're on headphones. It's not muted, so I've obviously not set it to the right thing. Audio, yeah, that's what I thought. Headphones, Rift Audio, apply, okay. Boop. Right, can you hear that? Just move that across so I can see the volume counter on the desktop audio. It's not working there either. I'm going to take that as a no then, John. Okay, that's odd. What's going on? There should be clickies there. Why isn't there? File, settings, audio.
Modules.
Microphone. You got it? Okay, so desktop audio is coming through from there. Okay. Yeah, the game doesn't want to seem to pipe its sound out. It's interesting. It is extremely quiet, I must admit. Because I've got the headphones on my own face properly. Are we getting sound there now? There we go. We should be on now. We should be good. We should be online and running. Ja. Jawohl, mein Kapitän. Right.
Lights are on.
Lights off.
Off.
Okay, so what's the plan then? Where are we going? So I'm currently at Farseer base where I was getting some FSD upgrades done. I'm not even sure where to go look for all this new shit. That's the problem, because we've got new Guardian stuff, but no one knows where it is yet. So, yeah. What to do, what to do, what to do. So just for a second then, let's cheat a little bit. And let's have a look online, see if there's any news. The thing that I suppose that's most interesting is the Guardian stuff. Oh. Ah. Oh. Can't spell shit. Okay, so just wiki.com. Right, I have some locations, so let's go and have a look. Okay, I've kind of cheated a bit because I've said I don't have time to sit and piss about and find everything here and do the grind that everyone else needs to do. Why do that when everyone else has done it for me? So I'll do it this way. I'll cheat. Open galaxy map.
Stellar cartography.
God, every time. Open galaxy map.
Displaying map.
What did I map this to now? Oh yeah, the joystick. Okay, so what we want to do is look for SYNEUFE. What's UEFE? UFE. KU-F.
I'm afraid that's classified information.
B44-4. Is that correct? That looks right to me. Go! Okay. That didn't work. There it is. So 620 light years. That's a fair while. Close galaxy map.
Exiting map.
31 jumps. Can we do that? Let's try. Let's stop talking and let's go. What the hell was that?
Ship restraints disengaged. Commence departure.
Raise landing gear.
Retracting landing gear.
Honestly, I'm feeling a bit sick today already because of medication shit. So this might actually make me puke. Engage frame shift drive.
Engaging drive.
It's all coming back to me now.
Exiting now.
So we're back. It's been a while. Hello, ship of mine. It has been some time. Glad to see you again. Glad to see you okay. Not rusty. Engage hyperdrive. Nope. Engage frameshift drive.
Frameshift activated.
Okay, I will say, I have missed the virtual reality thing. I have missed VR. No Man's Sky needs to be Oculus compatible.
Hyperspace. Checking system status. Exiting now.
Scan the system.
Scanning for information.
Voice acting's very quiet in my ear. Is it quiet for everybody else as well? Or is the game extremely loud? Jump. Engage FSD.
Charging frameshift drive. Exiting now.
Oh wow! Game is loud. Right, okay. Why is the game so loud but nothing else is? I'll just turn the sound down in the actual game then. Options, audio, sound effects. Music and ship voice. I'm going to put all the music on actually because I've not had all the music on for ages. I'm not putting any other music on today, so let's put all the music on. Yay. Let me know what that's like, if that's any better. Engage FSD.
Frameshift drive engaging.
Is there a bottle level? No, it's closed in.
Entry guidance computations complete.
I've forgotten how immersive this part of the game actually is. I will
Exiting
admit, I mean,
now.
I've said quite a lot over the last few days that I've got some issues with AD. I've also had a few conversations with other guys that we're all familiar with. My opinions of the direction that some of the flight sims, space sims that I follow are in. And I had a fairly long conversation with Drew today as well about some of this stuff. I mean, Drew was the one who originally said No Man's Sky is worth a go. And although I do know that No Man's Sky was something I did want to play, I wasn't willing to pay the full price for it though, because it was extortionate as far as I was concerned. Then I'm a tight ass, so what do you expect? Oh, I've got a fighter in this, haven't I? I love that. Engage FSD.
Charging frameshift drive.
Scan the system.
Scanning now.
Vector.
In No Man's Sky, I feel, having now played it for the last week and a half, and I'm going to be honest with you, the last week, because I've had so much shit going on, I have not felt like doing anything constructive in any part of my life at all, which is why I'm so behind on Fantasticon. I've just sat and played No Man's Sky. It's so immersive and addictive and fun. It is grindy, but apart from that, it is actually a lot of fun. Engage FSD.
Engaging drive.
And it does its game very, very well. Its rendering of planets is such, as Drew and I have agreed, it's 70s sci-fi porn, basically. It's all kind of 70s multicolour, technicolor, joyous. It's a celebration of the diversity of colour and the diversity of what you can have in an ecosystem, just without having to make any sense whatsoever. The game still seems like. Options. Audio.
Functions.
Let's bring that down a lot.
That's already done.
Apply. Back to game menu and resume. Right, see what happens there.
Fuel scoping.
That seems better even already.
Fuel scoping complete.
Let me know if that's any better. Engage FSD.
Charging frameshift drive.
Oh, I fucking love this game. Sorry. I've been saying the opposite today all day. But yeah, as I was saying, the what I'll do is I might actually turn my own volume on.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Exiting now.
Fuel scoping. Fuel scoping.
But yeah, No Man's Sky, it does the first person / third person actual space legs thing very well. And I do enjoy the fact that you can get in a ship, you can get out the ship, you can walk around on a planet, you can drive a buggy the same way, but you actually get in and out of it more, at least effectively, than you do with Elite. And you can actually walk around, and just the fact that you can walk around and there's plants and there's animals and there's stuff to interact with, and you can change the ground, you can mine stuff, you can shoot rocks with your own handgun, you can just do so many things in it, and it's amazing. It's really, really good. And given the amount of slating that it got for the content, I think just even that part of it
Frameshift
would have been enough
engaged.
for me, to be
No
honest.
anomalies detected.
But it is nice, and I have enjoyed playing it for the last week or so.
Exiting now.
But it is what it is. It's a 70s pastiche of sci-fi awesomeness. And it is a game, and it looks like a game.
Fuel scoping.
But it's chosen that aesthetic and actually built that aesthetic very, very well. So the actual, since the next update, the actual models, the character model, the other character models themselves are very, very well done. The animations and so on are a little bit cartoony, but there's quite a lot of them, and obviously there's quite a lot of variety in the interactions and but limited responses and limited so on. But that's not something I really care about. The fact is, it's like I've always said about Elite Dangerous. It's a foundation. It's built a foundation
3, 2,
that can be built on. And what they've done in the last 2 updates is they've built on the foundation they had very, very strongly, and built a
These
game
systems are
around
effective
that
on
core
levels,
engine
readying for exit.
has expanded tenfold. The storylines that they've added in are very, very good. They're very deep, very personal, very interesting. The characters within are interesting, and you actually get to relate to them, and they're really good. People like Artemis and Apollo,
fuel scooping complete.
your overseer, the people you get to run your base for you, have all got their own agendas, they've all got their own plan, they've all got their own story, and they ask you to help them realise that. So you become part of their life, and it's like becoming part of an actual family. Because you care about these people, and you're doing stuff to help them, and they're doing stuff to help you. You give them presents, they give you presents, all that kind of stuff. And it's great, and I do really enjoy that.
Entry guidance computations complete.
Engage.
Maximum velocity engaged. Safety protocols for exit.
But as I've said before in my conversations about Elite Dangerous, if you want realism and you want photorealistic immersion
Fuel scooping.
and put yourself actually into space to realise the astronomical delight that is the universe around you, then this is the game to play. I mean,
Fuel
look at that.
scooping complete.
You don't get that kind of shadowing and light sourcing and attention to detail in No Man's Sky. But you don't need it. In this game, it does the space thing to the exclusion of everything else. But it does the space thing very, very well. I mean, and the thing is, because it's got the VR system installed into it, and it supports Oculus Rift and HTC and all that kind of stuff, you have this ability to basically sit in the universe. And
Friendship
this,
drive engaged.
it feels like I'm sitting in a cockpit. And admittedly, after spending the last few weeks
Safety
playing 2D games
protocols
on a
for
screen,
exit.
I am wetting my pants a little bit by how awesome this is, and how much I forgot how awesome this is. The gameplay in Elite Dangerous, having now played something that's doing it properly, needs work. It needs a hell of a lot of bloody work. You can make your own story, you can make your own game, but again, even though you've got other ships around you, it's just you. You can't interact with people. You can't interact with the environment around you. You can't even land on proper planets. You can't do it. You can fly around them and you can look at them from afar and wish that you could interact with them, but you can't. And that's not good enough. And I'm sorry, Frontier, for all this kind of carry on, but as far as I'm concerned, what you've done is you've recreated Elite with pretty graphics. Yeah, good job, well done. What I want, and what a lot of the community wanted when this game was first announced, and when the Kickstarters and all that were first put out there, entitled though they may
Safety
be,
protocols
is we
for
wanted
exit.
a game that took us into the next level of immersion with Elite. Now, I'm being a game, I know I'm saying the word immersion in a sense that's serious, but it is what we wanted. It is what this game needs. It needs to be taken to the next level. It needs to be taken to a place where you are actually part of the environment around you. Otherwise, it's still disconnected. You still haven't got that emotional investment in the actual game itself. What got this game off the ground was the emotional investment in the memory of Elite. And what Elite gave us, it gave us an imagination. It gave us the ability to imagine the universe and imagine the galaxy that this game was set in because of the stuff that came with it. This game, Elite Dangerous, reinvents that completely. And I'm sorry if you don't agree with the fact that this is a reinvention or a reimagining of Elite. It is. It's a reimagining of Elite. Because it's going through the same storyline. It's going through the Thargoid invasion storyline again. So you're looking at going back to square one with what Elite did with its story and actually seeing it unfold in real time, which is great. But it's unfolding extremely slowly. And it's unfolding extremely slowly in terms of you are a ship. There are other
Exiting
ships out there
now.
doing stuff that you can't see because they're miles and millions of hundreds of miles away from you. you can't even do anything to help. And look at the situation that I had with Drew's book tie-in thing. I wasn't allowed to know exactly where everything was kicking off from. Drew was uncommunicable, and I'm sure he would have told me about it if he'd known. And the guys that he'd asked to take control of the actual situation were not going to tell me. And the expectation was that I could find them myself. Now, I'm sorry, but no, I can't. I don't play this game full time. I'm not invested in the actual backstory of what's going on in the universe. I play it when I've got time to play it. I haven't got time to faff and get myself ready and get myself to the right place, or try and work out where a position might be, or do all the cool stuff that Malik does on his channel that brings you to all the different things that are actually scientifically studied what's going on. I haven't got the time for that shit. I want to get it's a game. It's a game, it's a simulation, it's an environment, it's a place where you go to do escapism. I want to do the escapism properly. I want to come out of this game and then basically go, I've had fun there, I have interacted, I have had a fulfilling session with playing this game and being part of this environment. And flying from star to star is fun because it's pretty and it's beautiful and it's gorgeous, but it's impersonal. Again, you're on your own. You're out there doing stuff on your own. And No Man's Sky has made me realise that there is another aspect to gaming that I do enjoy, and that is the feeling of, if I'm going to immerse myself in this environment, I want it to be populated. I want to have something to interact with on a one-to-one basis, and get that feedback, and get that reward. Maybe it's because I don't have any friends in real life that live around Derby. No offence, John, Drew, anyone else that I know. But Frontier haven't prioritised the space legs or anything around that, or the actual landing on proper planets. Even though Star Citizen, No Man's Sky, every other, I mean even Frontier and First Encounters had planetary landings on any sort of planet. But for some reason they don't want to implement it in this, even piecemeal. I mean, why not? No Man's Sky has uninhabited planets, it has inhabited planets, you have the occasional thing lying around. And I think what they feel they've done is they've shot themselves in the foot by saying that, oh well, we have 1 million inhabitants on this planet. Oh crap. I got a bit too close. Oh no, it's got a bit warm. That's a bit stupid, really. Look at her waffling on it. But ultimately, basically, there's stuff missing from this game that needs to go back into it. It needs to get put in. They've said they're going to do it, they need to get it done. No Man's Sky and Star Citizen are going to go way in front of Elite Dangerous in terms of the actual interactive content. We don't need piecemeal stories about Thargoid invasions. We don't need piecemeal information about power play and about scientific research and about Guardian technology coming out. What we need is the ability to take this game to another level and say, right, okay, let's have people. Let's land on atmospheric planets. Let's get out of our ship and walk around and sit on the fucking beach. That's what we wanted from day one. Engage FSD.
Engaging drive.
We were promised this from day one, and I still want it. I think this game is going to fall way behind the game. No pun intended. It's going to be way behind everyone else, and it's just not going to be worth doing. Not going to be worth playing.
Hyperspace.
There's only, I mean, now having experienced No Man's Sky, it's kind of jaded me towards this game slightly, but I still think it's a gorgeous, beautifully rendered, amazingly technical game. It's very good, and I do enjoy it still. This is lovely. It's marvellous. Looking at a sun this close, navigating through the stars, having the occasional glitch. Engage FSD.
Charging frameshift
It's
drive.
pretty as hell. Absolutely pretty as hell. I love the ships, I love the environment, I love the fact that it's elite. but it's just not enough anymore. And I think NMS has spoiled me. Star Citizen has spoiled me as well, because although Star Citizen does not run well on any PC other than a fucking
Hyperspace
marvelous
velocity
beast,
reached.
it's a beautiful game as well. But again, you can get off your
Exiting
ship,
now.
you can go walk around a station, you can walk from the inside of a station through an airlock, properly rounded airlock, that is photorealistic, but it brings you that realism into the actual first person perspective. So it looks good, it looks realistic, it looks
Fuel scooping complete.
interactive, you can get immersed in it, you can become one with the character that you are in the game. And all they need to sort out, and the thing is, they've only got one thing as far as I'm concerned that they need to sort out, that's bring down the performance. Bring the performance down to a level, optimise the game, make it runnable on your average gaming PC. I mean, my PC's not that bad. I mean, I've just upgraded it for fuck's sake to a 1060, a GTX 1060, 16 gig of RAM, fancy power plan. Oh, everything's upgraded to be twice what it was before, but it still stutters with Star Citizen. It's still not smooth,
Hyperspace
and there's no
velocity
reason for it not to be. The stuff that's in Elite Dangerous is just as complex and
These
interesting,
systems are at optimal levels.
but it runs
ready for
amazingly
exit.
well. So
Now.
Star Citizen can do that. It just needs to put some time and effort into actually making it happen. And that's the thing. Once it has done that, it's there. It's done. Elite Dangerous is cooked. It may as well just be chucked in the bin, burnt to a cinder. And it's bullshit. Because there's no reason that Frontier can't get this actually working. There's no reason they can't put space legs in. There's no reason they can't put atmospheric landing in. The technology's there to do it. If it can land on one sort of planet, it can land on another sort of planet. Add some fire effector on it. I mean, No Man's Sky does it. Just add some fire effects around your cockpit as you're floating in when you're doing your cruise.
system.
They've done it automatically anyway, so you've got automatic cruise into the planet.
Frameshift drive engaged.
Why don't you just slap it on there and carry on?
Safety protocols for exit.
Who cares about what's there? Have a ban on landing on populated planets. Make going to look for a Earth-like planet mean something.
Fuel scooping.
Find an Earth-like planet, land on it. Earth-like planets or populated worlds in the core, don't let you land on it. Open air worlds, don't let them land on it. It's fine. I mean, there's no canon reason why we're only allowed to land on unpopulated airless planets. There's just a non-canon reason that they can't be arsed coding everything in to make it work. So why not? Get it done. What's that?
Jumping to next system. Exiting now.
I've had a rant. I've not ranted for ages. God, it feels good. Quick, phone Drew! Everyone knows how he loves this kind of rant. Rant? Rant.
Fuel scooping.
My apologies.
Fuel scooping complete.
Must be getting close now. 11 jumps to go. On the subject of space, we watched The Martian earlier in the week. Very good film. It's not bad.
Vectors.
3, 2, 1. Engage.
Exiting now.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Scan the system.
Scanning.
Engage FSD.
Charging frameshift drive.
Wow.
Jumping to next system. Frameshift now engaged. No anomalies detected. All systems check out. No unusual activity.
Fuel scooping.
Dave Rats after 10 minutes.
Fuel scooping complete.
Yeah, I know. I'm fine for weeks of playing stuff other than Elite. I get into Elite for 10 minutes and I'm shouting my arse off again. I know. I don't know. I think there is a level of frustration with this game. That although the storyline is moving on and the technologies are moving on and they are doing development work on it, it just seems like it's lackadaisical. I just think it could have come so much further. I mean, look how far No Man's Sky and Star Citizen have come in the last 5 years.
3, 2,
And Frontier have managed to essentially add some more
Hyperspace.
ships,
Checking
put
systems
some
now.
paint jobs and ship kits into the store,
All systems check out. No unusual activity.
and progress a single story. Very, very, very slowly.
fuel scooping.
Excuse me. I mean, I don't know. Is it just me, or does it just seem like the focus isn't there anymore? No, I understand. I mean, you look around this, and it is fucking amazing. I mean, the detail, the stuff that's here, the stuff that you can't even see properly. When you look behind you, there's a big screen over there that looks like a Viper on it. What does that mean? What does it all say? What does any of it mean? I want to go over there, but I can't. So why render it all? It's attention to detail. It's nice. That's just weird. It's nice and it's lovely, and I know it takes time to do all that crap because I do 3D development, 3D modelling myself, and it's hard work. The texturing alone, the design is bad enough. Implementing it and then actually writing it in code must be horrendously complex. But again, they've got umpteen people working on this project. People who are working on ships. I would assume they've got people working on different disciplines throughout the actual department. Cool, thank you for that, Bifford. VR space legs. There they are, look. VR space legs. Do you like my kinky boots? I wish I was this thin in real life. Holy crap. But, oh. Yeah, I mean, I've got VR for Elite. Yeah, that's just it. I want to use them. I want to use these things.
3,
Not that thing. Don't even know if I've got a thing there actually. It's just fall to flip. I like the kind of crisscross pattern there. That's nice. I
Exiting
want to be
now.
able to use this model. I mean, this lovely, fully rendered model is just sitting in this seat doing fuck all. It's a waste. It's a waste of resource. Why bother rendering it in as much detail as they have
fuel
if it can't do anything?
fuel scooping complete.
How many jumps have got left? 7. I mean, I don't know. It does frustrate me slightly. I mean, this game had so much scope for improvement and so much scope for development
Entry
when it first
guidance
came out.
computations complete.
So many different directions they could have gone in with it, and what they've managed to do
Maximum
is
velocity engaged.
write a single story. They implemented that power play crap And it was the biggest waste of fucking time
Temperatures
since
are
God
at
invented
an acceptable level.
Kansas. I don't know why Kansas. New ships are always good. I'm not entirely sure why they're creating so many different versions of the Chieftain, or why they created so many different versions of ships that were exactly the same apart from size.
Fuel scooping complete.
'Cause I'm sure we could do without the Crusader, or the Challenger. I think the Chieftain was enough. Just have more flexible configuration for it, which is where the modular designs in the original Elite and Frontier came in handy. You had pretty much free reign to put whatever you wanted to put into those ships, whereas here you've got constraints. I mean, the Chieftain is a great design, it's a lovely ship, but sticking 3 military hardpoints in there that you can't do anything with loses the flexibility of what is essentially a modular design concept. So why do that? Why restrict it? Why say that this ship will do such and such? And why not just say, alright, this is how it comes originally kitted
All
out.
other systems are at normal level.
This is how it originally comes kitted out. You've got military weapons here, or you've got military fitment here, but you can remove that military fitment and make it into just an ordinary thing. An ordinary mounting. An ordinary docking bay. Equipment bay, sorry. Why all this crap with limiting stuff? Give the players the flexibility to do what they want with a ship. Then you don't have to have 3 different versions of the same thing. That's my biggest bugbear, is time is wasted with... Time and space and effort is wasted doing all these different versions of the same thing. Whereas your different versions are built into the actual method of play. The players make the choices on how they play the game. They also make the choices how they kit out the ship. Allow them to make the choices on how to configure a ship as well, completely. Allow them to rip out the engines and put something shit in. Just want to do something little with it. So anyway, but all that just takes time away from what could be getting developed.
Fuel scooping.
La la blah 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 blah.
Fuel scooping complete.
Do-do-do, do-do-do. 4 jumps to go. Let's try and work out what I'm going to do when I get there as well. You know, I could literally just sit in this ship forever and just dream my life away.
Safety protocols for exit.
Fuel scooping.
Scan the system.
Oh, Jerry, don't let's ask for the moon. We have the stars.
God bless Brian Blessed. God bless you. Yeah, I thought that had John as well.
Leaving system.
2, 1, engage.
Exiting now.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, John. It just seems... I mean, power play... You know how I feel about power play. I whinge about it so often. I refuse to even get involved with the concept. It's so shit.
Fuel scooping.
But yeah, I mean, they were there for a purpose. They were there to further a particular storyline. Again, and it's a very, very brief storyline about the succession of power in the Empire and the Federation in order to get things into a particular position to move forward with the rest of the storyline. So it served a single purpose. Now it's basically ignored. They spend a lot of time putting all these power play reports onto things, and it didn't need to be there. And what happened to all this thing about trying to get a player factions into the power play situation? That's died a death as well. No, I just think power play was an idea that was a waste of time. It put a kind of political aspect on the
Vector.
galaxy interactions. It just gave you factions to fight for and
Frame
more
shift,
more
now
combat
engaged.
pew pew to do
No anomalies
and
detected.
more grind if you wanted to get
Safety
involved with that
protocols
stuff.
for exit.
It's just not. I mean, the engineers were better. Engineers was a good idea, but again, introducing crafting and so on was a good idea because it lays the foundation for crafting on a one-to-one aspect. The fact that we have to do it in an SRV at the moment is fair enough. But it would also be nice to do it the same way that NMS does it, which is go out there with a gun or a pickaxe
Disengaged.
and grab your shit. Take it back to your SRV, drive back to your house. Or drive back to your thing. Base building in Elite? I don't know. I think it could work. I think if we do get banished to Colonia at some point, I think base building would be a good thing to do, because that's how you're going to generate your planet. That's how you're going to generate your cities. Get the players to do it for you.
Frame shift drive engaged.
So you get around your whole problem of being open
Exiting now.
or in groups or whatever by having the same option that NMS has got to upload your base, upload your little town, back up to the main servers, and then allow it to go onto the open. Scan the system.
Space, the final frontier.
Again, bless you, Brian Blessed. Well, that was easy to find. Awesome sauce. Let's get some petrol.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Almost a double loop of shame there. I mean, okay, fair enough. Looking at this in fully photorealistic 3D is lovely because you have the VR aspect to it, which is what makes it what it is. It makes it amazing. If they had that in No Man's Sky, oh Christ, that is huge. Holy shit balls. That wasn't expected. Target.
Lock target.
So what I'm doing, shooting it or what? That's how we do everything in this game, isn't it? You shoot it and see what it does. Or do I scan it? Retract weapons.
Retracting weapons.
Okay, now what? Target.
Lock target.
Target.
Lock target.
Fly into the beam. Ow.
You're welcome.
Nothing. So I've got to shoot it. Oh, it's difficult. Deploy weapons.
Weapons hot.
Next fire group.
Next fire group. Lock target.
It doesn't exactly turn a dime, this thing, does it? Target.
Locking on.
Target.
Lock target.
Next fire group.
Next fire group.
Okay, what next? So it's undulating, it's actually moving. There's nothing else I can target. I don't think there is. Come in. So what can I do? Next fire group. Next fire group. Next fire group. Trap weapons.
String weapons.
Fine, the data link scanner. I don't actually have a data link scanner. Oh, yes, I do. Got me that. Wow. Okay, right, that was fun. Target.
Target blocked.
Communications panel activated.
Deploy cargo scoop.
Deployed.
Cargo scoop deployed.
Damn you! Crap. Target.
Lock target.
That's it then. And boo, by the way, Bifford. Are you around? Are you actually here? In the group? Okay.
Yes, Commander.
Incoming call.
Stop it. because that's just really guided me to another site. So impressive though it is, nicely rendered though it is basically just another Chase the Stars. Track cargo scoop.
Retracted.
Cargo scoop retracted.
Crap. Pay attention, boy. Oh, that is vertical inducing. That is huge. Retract the weapons.
Retracting all weapons.
Okay, so essentially we're looking at going to another one and carrying on this exploration mission, finding more Guardian sites. Cyberplex, hello there. Sorry, I can't see chat. I'm afraid I have to look at it specifically. But thank you for the help, guys. I do appreciate it. Target the centre set by group. 54 jumps to get there. 2 targets.
Sub-targets.
Hey, don't ever use that assault icon on my channel, Cyberplex, or I'll come around there and beat up your dog. Scan it. Just take a look at the scanner. Not disco scanner. This is ball scanning. Okay, doke.
All vehicles.
Cyberplex, really, seriously, keep your patience, honestly. I'm in VR, I do not have anything I can read chat with in VR. So, repeatedly writing the same thing, expecting me to read it the next time you type it, is just ridiculous. Patience, dude. Yeah, cool, so, we're in there. So, next one then, I suppose. Let's see how far away that is. Oh, am I not in game yet? I seem to be. So I'm gonna have to write this shit down. Oh, pardon me. Holy crap. I apologise. Oh, I hate this crap.
The landing gear is down and locked.
Raise landing gear.
Retracting the landing gear.
So am I looking at actually landing on a planet? Yeah. Sign new Wi-Fi EUQ C2115A1. God, it's got a load of fucking coordinates on there. EUQ C2115. Open galaxy map.
Galaxy map.
Q1. That's not right, is it? Oh, I hate this crap.
System cartography.
Close galaxy map.
Closing map.
There we go. Okay. Open galaxy map.
Galaxy map.
Try that again. SYN UEFE EQ-Q C21 -50. Go. Close galaxy map.
Leaving map.
Engage FSD.
Charging frameshift drive.
Oh dear.
Deploying landing gear.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Hyperspace. Checking systems now. Complete.
Torrent. I don't even know who Torrent
protocols
is.
for exit.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Engage FSD.
Engaging drive.
Four, three, two, one. Engage.
Hyperspace velocity reached. Exiting now.
I'm gonna have a look to see if we can find this structure on a planet. And then we'll call it a night, I think.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Scan the system.
Scanning now.
Yeah, sorry about that. That was quite a long time without looking at the chat. Sometimes it is nice to just try and work it out for myself.
Frameshift drive engaged.
But I do appreciate the help, guys and girls.
Safety protocols for exit.
Primarily, it's been so long since I played this game. Scan the system.
Compiling data now.
Why don't I just do that? Engage Super Cruise.
Engaging cruise.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Crap. Loop of shame. Sorry, but this bit of the soundtrack really does remind me of Babylon 5 soundtrack.
Orbital flight engaged.
It's handy that it's marked. Seven 111. Boost.
Reverse thrusters, 50%.
Afterburners.
Boost.
lights.
Lights on.
Deploy landing gear.
Lowering gear.
Wow, it's like a railway line. Anybody still around out there? Ooh. This is where I'll get sick.
You're being hailed. Say hello.
Target. Target.
Locking onto target.
probably isn't good. Don't do that shit. Target. Target.
Locking target.
Target.
Scanning now.
Deploy cargo scoop.
Deploying.
Hey, no worries, Sarah. Thanks for going on. Target.
Lock target.
I'm sorry, guys, but I'm going to have to stop this because I'm starting to feel really sick. And it's not all down to the game. I'm on a new medication that's been making me feel sick all day. And I'll admit the motion is not helping. But that is a Guardian structure, a Guardian building. And I'm assuming it's Pew Pew. Right. In order to try and destroy those sentinels. Well, that's impressive.
You're welcome.
So those sentinels want to come and attack me now. If not, I'll keep here for the night. So, what do we do with those bits and pieces then? What else is there to scan around here? Will we find out next time? Will we find out on Space Day? Because no doubt by then everyone will have found out a load of stuff. But anyway, that's the new update for Chapter 3. Beyond Chapter 3, if you want to be precise about it. Interesting stuff. Guardian shit going on. New Guardian weapons, new Guardian technology coming out. So that's where it's going. But I'm going to take this headset off now. Eyes have gone really, really weird. That is bizarre. But all in all, it's all good fun in Elite, isn't it? It's been a while. It's been good to be back in Elite playing it again. Hope you didn't mind the sightless meandering around. But yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed that. It's good to be back in the game again, isn't it? But yeah.
Not an
So
option.
anyway, that was Elite Dangerous Chapter 3. Sorry, Beyond Chapter 3. First look. Hope you enjoyed it. That's it for this week. We'll be back next week after Fantasticon. But please, 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 if you're going to be at Fantasticon, take a look at the stuff that I've got on sale. I'm actually going to have something I can actually sell. It's actually right in front of me now. Just do this and then do that. You'll see that shizzle. It's a memory stick with the Elite Encounters RPG loaded onto it with all sorts of little fun extras that you will enjoy.
Incoming call.
And space for more crap. So anyway, thank you everyone for your help. Simulator, everyone else, Cyberplex for his impatient advice. It is appreciated, dude. I do thank you for it. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry, Bifford, didn't have time to wait for you, I'm afraid, but it'd have been nice if you'd set off a little bit earlier and it wasn't so far away. It might have been better. But yeah. So I hope you all have a good week. There will be no Elite Encounters RPG session on Sunday this week because the majority of us are going to be at Fantasticon. But we will hopefully, well, should definitely be back on Wednesday next week with another session of either No Man's Sky or this. So take care everyone, have a great week, and all the best. Fly safe.